It is a cold, slightly wet November day in Chongqing yet again. And I am at it once again outside, this time at another historical place here in Chongqing. I'm going to a place called Huguang Guildhall. This is also a place that we've actually covered in our travel guide episodes previously. It is, of course, a tourist destination, so I still have to wear a mask. I'm working on another article, another detailed tourism listing for this particular place, partly because it's a place that I like personally, but also a place that I, through our previous programming, know a little bit about. So got my phone out, camera in hand. Let's see if we can get some more photos. I have to just let the camera sit there for a bit. See if I can get some decent photos of this guy. One of the things that really suck about wearing a mask like this is every time I take the camera and I hold it out in front of my face like that, when I breathe out, the air goes up through the mask and it fogs up this viewfinder on the camera. So I can't see what I'm photographing. So I'm just basically shooting in the dark here. I know you probably can't see me right now. Guess where I am. All right, got those photos. Let's see. I really like how all this looks. Look at that. I love this old architecture style. And because most of this has been renovated fairly recently, it all looks a little bit newer. Now, I love going to museums. I will study the heck out of everything you can throw at me if it's history related. The thing that I don't like is how sometimes you go to a famous place and all you see is ruins. Oh, they look cool. And all you see is ruined. What I really like is being able to go to an old place that has been somewhat restored, not rebuilt or anything and made modern, but a place where you can get a sense of what a place looked like when it was in use, when it was still functioning, when things were still in its right place. To the right side of the statue, and make my way up to an opera stage that is up here behind it. In the room behind, so all the way like this. I'll give you a little tour of the place too. Actually, why don't I turn the camera around so you can see what I see. So this one is called the Grand Theatrical Stage of the Yuan Palace. So the statue that I just looked at right now, he was called Yuan. And so in here, this is a part of this place that is dedicated to him. And so what this place is a place where you have lots of seating. And a place where you can either have a party or a meal. They even have an old movie playing in the background. During lunch breaks and stuff, people who work here, they come up here and sit here too. So over here, there is an opera stage for performances that was in use 300 or 400 years ago when this place was actually being used. Moving into what is called the small theatrical stage, and then further along the way you find the Guangdong Guildhall and the Qianjiman Guildhall. So there's a little map of the location here. I've been here a couple of times before, so I sort of know where I'm going, but let me just take you in through here. So this place has been turned into somewhat of a small museum that has sort of a setting that you would see back then. So you have the tables lined up with the old style chairs, a bed over here in the corner, and there is another slightly smaller stage in here that is a little bit more decorated. Either you would have some very important people sitting here, or you can have a ceremony, you can even have your photos taken. I will have to just try and see what it looks like in editing later, as much as I can do. So this place has become quite the tourist attraction over the years, especially since it opened after its most recent renovations. One thing is, of course, the history and the architecture of this place, but it's also, there are a couple of very interesting places where people can take some really nice photos, especially of the river and the bridges, and these very unique looking roofs that these buildings have. I'm a sucker for that too. I spend a lot of time looking for good places to take my Instagram photos. I haven't updated as many as I wanted to recently. It's not because I don't want to, it's just because I've been lazy and busy. And it's also partly what these little trips are about, because every now and then, photographing for articles that I'm taking or stuff that I'm working on, I get to take really nice photos that I can then share with everyone else. I'm so bad at remembering the names of this bridge. I think this is the Qianjiman Bridge. And over on the other side, you have Longmenhao Old Street, which is also newly refurbished, like an old pedestrian street that has been rebuilt, so to speak, like a reconstructed old pedestrian street that you can walk on. And then, of course, you have these big, elaborate rooftops as part of this complex, because it's not a single building. It's actually many buildings that go together that create this whole scene. All right, so let me take you through this hall into, is this one? I believe it is. In here. So there's also a bit of history being displayed here in form with museums and like small exhibitions that detail different things. If you want to know more about the details and what this place is really about, I really do suggest you check out the travel guide episode that we did a couple of months ago. But here, this is the big sort of lavish, spacious stage that I talked about earlier. This place just looks so good. They still have these old lamps hanging in the ceiling. They have these umbrellas hanging from the top. The doors are open. They have all this old furniture. I just love this. So this is one of the last places I'm going to try and photograph today. I have been sort of through the whole thing and taking pictures. I haven't shown you all of me walking around with the camera because that would just take ages. I am a slow photographer for sure. So I'm going to try to photograph this place. And then I might do another round with my zoom lens to get some more close-up photos of some of the places. And yeah, it's been a good day. I hope you enjoyed this little walkthrough with me, and I'm gonna go and get some of the last photos for today. So see you later. And if you like these videos, don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to the channel. I will make more vlogs that way. And if there's anything in particular about Chongqing you'd want me to look into or investigate more, just let me know down in the comments. See ya. Killing me, son.